Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Bulldog Weekly. I'm Mariana.
And I'm Olivia.
In this week's episode, we'll be focusing on the Old Rochester football team and their journey to the MIAA State Championship at Gillette Stadium.
But before we get into any of that, here's the week ahead from our principal, Mr. Devoll.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Rundown. It's Sunday, December 2nd, and I just came from the school play. Cinderella was amazing. What a production. I'm so proud of the students. They pulled it off. It was awesome. Look forward to their spring production of Noises Off. Tomorrow's Monday, December 3rd. It's day 6 in our cycle, and I'm not going to spoil it for you. I hope you got to go to Gillette. I'm not going to tell you who won, but I'm going to just let you know it was an awesome game. Check out the TV footage. The game was awesome. I'm not going to tell you who won. Day 6 is Monday, December 3rd. Tuesday, December 4th, day 7 in our cycle. We had a field trip to the Ahead Company in New Bedford. All sorts of careers that students could experience at Ahead. Wednesday, December 5th, day 8 in our cycle. Not much happening during the school day. There is school committee in the evening. Thursday, December 6th, day 1 in our cycle. It's a delayed start, the first Thursday of the month. Good news for all students. You don't have to be to homeroom until 8:30. There's a field trip to Lockheed Martin in Marion. Again, another field trip looking at careers for students in engineering. Friday, December 7th, day 2 in our cycle. The AFS Club is taking a trip, a full day trip, like early morning to late at night trip to New York City. That's the Rundown. The play was awesome. Our football team's awesome. Our school's awesome. See ya.
Thank you, Mr. Devoll, for that informative update. Now let's take a look at what's led up to this year's championships.
We've compiled a highlight video of the best moments from our football games up until this point. Let's check it out. It's no wonder how we were able to make it to the championships. Now, on to our next segment.
This past Tuesday, the state championship breakfast was held at Gillette Stadium for the coaches, cheerleaders, and team captains of the football teams that had made it into the championships. Let's take a look. Hi, I'm Olivia Rose, here at Gillette Stadium for the state championship breakfast.
Old Rochester and Stoneham. Old Rochester will be heads, Stoneham will be tails. It is heads. Old Rochester selected home team, dark uniforms, east sideline, Revolution locker room. Stoneham will be visiting team in light uniforms on the west sideline, using the visiting team locker room. Thank you.
Has ORR made it to the state championship before?
I think that our last victory was '93. Is that what?
Yep, that one and only time, and that wasn't when they were doing it at Gillette. I think it was another stadium. It's a different time, a different place. Nobody here remembers it. You know, Craig Sherman was part of that staff back in the day. He's still on the staff now, but everybody else is a whole new experience.
So how do you guys feel about being at Gillette today?
It's like when we walked in, it's like all of a sudden it's real. Like, you know, like we're actually here. It's not actually just a thought anymore. It's reality. So it's exciting, dude.
Yeah, it all hit me today when we were driving up, seeing how big this place actually is, and we get a chance to play in it. It's actually pretty cool.
So how does it feel to have made it into the MIAA championship?
I'm excited for the team, and I'm excited for the community. This is a great event. But it's the culmination of a lot of hard work from the players and the coaches. So it feels great to be a part of it. I'm proud to be a part of this school and community.
So looking back at the season, did you think you would eventually end up at Gillette?
Yeah, especially with how much work we put in the off season and how much unity the team has. I kind of saw how strong this team is going to be.
So what are your thoughts of this season?
It's been a great season overall, just because of the wins-loss record, and it's special for me because these seniors are the kids that I came in. My first year as a head coach is when they were freshmen, so it's been nice to see them grow as players and as people, and it's been a lot of fun with this group, and the fact that we're 11-0, makes it even better.
What were your expectations at the beginning of the season?
I expect nothing but good football. It's all I've been a part of since I've been at Old Rochester for a long time. We've got good football, we've got a supportive community, and I'm not surprised that this team has made it this far.
They've had that one-game mentality all the way through, that they're just going to win that very next game. It's worked, and they haven't faltered yet, so let's keep going.
So what or who do you think helped you the most getting to Gillette?
I'm going to say Des Dias. He's like your backbone to our team.
I'm going to definitely say our linemen because they've been working so hard and they definitely don't get as much credit, so shout out to Nick.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think the defense has been our biggest help. We've been pretty locked down all year.
So what are some of the things you've been doing to prepare for Gillette?
Kind of just business as usual. We want to try to keep the routine as similar to a normal game as possible. But I think there's a little extra excitement and a little bit extra focus this week, knowing that we're going to be playing here on Saturday. I think the kids are, very motivated, very focused. So it's a little bit different than a normal week, but we're trying to make it kind of mostly business as usual.
So how are you preparing for the upcoming game?
So we're just going to do what we do every week, watch film, work out, practice hard. We're going to come out there and we're going to give it our best.
This is exciting for, like I said, the whole community. There's a lot of little Bulldogs that'll be here at Gillette watching the game. And those that can't come to the game, it's going to be on TV, and it'll be one for the ages.
I think our chemistry is what brought us to Gillette, because all of us being together for so long, we've developed this chemistry, and it just helps us on defense or offense so we can get the job done.
Good luck this Saturday in the finals against Stoneham. The game will be held at Gillette Stadium on December 1st at 3:30.
But stay around till the end of the episode when Mr. Devoll and Mr. Tilden tell us what to expect on that day. Teachers and students, if you'd like to have something filmed and shown on Bulldog Weekly, let us know at the ORC TV station.
Be sure to check out our Vimeo channel for everything we film here at ORC TV. We cover sports games, town meetings, school events, and so much more.
Well, that wraps up this week's episode of Bulldog Weekly. Until next time, I'm Mariana.
And I'm Olivia.
And this is Bulldog Weekly.
So, good morning, everybody. Mr. Tilden and I are back from the Breakfast of Champions at Gillette Stadium. What'd you think?
It was awesome. I thought we had a great time. The kids had an amazing time. Not too many people get to hang out on Gillette Field.
Yeah. Mr. Tilden and I have been very lucky over the years. We did a Breakfast of Champions for the state tournament in basketball a couple years back, and ice hockey at the TD Garden. So we're starting to get used to this stuff, but Gillette seemed pretty cool.
Completely different than what we have done before. Great to meet the opposing team, Stoneham. Nice individuals, but I think it's going to be one heck of a game on the field.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. It was kind of fun to see Captain Drew Johnson sitting next to running back from Stoneham as Drew's going to try to tackle him on the weekend. It was interesting dynamic. So we watched the coin toss.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah.
Especially when you win.
So what does winning mean for us? What do we got?
We get to be the home team. So we're on the Patriots side. We have all our fans behind us. We also have the Stoneham fans behind us. We get to use the Revolution locker room.
Awesome.
Hey, anytime you can say home team, you just feel like you got a little bit of an edge.
Yeah, as soon as we won that coin toss, I said it's all coming up Bulldogs. So we're psyched about that. I felt like we got a lot of information that the community needs to hear to get ready for the game.
Yep.
Like this one thing that stood out to me was that it's a very, the timeline is very specific. As soon as the game before you ends, you've got 15 minutes and the game starts. There's no delays. Everything is on a schedule.
Right, so if those two teams, if those games in front of us end early, we might go 15 minutes, even half an hour early. It's unlikely. At the same time, we could be an hour late. We don't know, but we won't know until, our game time comes up.
So it might be a nice idea for families going to the game to think about spending the day for a little while. Getting there early and just being prepared. I would hate for anybody to be stuck outside and not getting in to see the entire game.
Right. Gillette pointed out that they don't usually sell tickets. They don't sell tickets to any of their games or concerts there. Everything's on Ticketmaster. So this is different for them. They don't have regular ticket takers, especially with the odd amounts. Of $17 for parents, $14 for students, to try to figure out, okay, you brought 3 kids, 4 adults, this and that. So if you can buy your tickets online at Ticketmaster, we'll definitely cut out the wait outside.
Mm-hmm. We're going to be in our black uniforms.
Yep, we're going to be black.
So the $1 million question we get from families and friends and students: what should we wear to the game? In fact, we just changed. What should we wear?
We've been talking all week about red out, and we had some kids point out, hey, it's going to be cold out there. Not too many of us have red jackets. So we're going to make it a red and black out. We just want those colors, popping out there. We can match the team in the black. They've got the red too. So red or black or both. I think that our side will still really stick out.
One of my favorite moments from our athletic success was 5 years ago at the Garden for basketball, and we essentially flooded the TD Garden in red. And My father's been going to the state finals in basketball every year for 50 years, and he said he's never seen it ever look like that with one school taking over the Garden. So I'm excited to try to do the same thing on Saturday.
I think we're going to get even more. I think I warned the team. I said I don't think we're bringing up as many fan buses because so many families are going this year. Like everybody wants to go to this game. It's a perfect time frame. That 3:30 slot is a great time to bring your family up, catch a great game, still be back in time for dinner.
Awesome. Yeah, everything's coming up Bulldogs from the season. We've had weather that's been helpful all year for our ground attack, the coin toss, the time of the game Saturday. It just feels right that we're going to take care of business. What do you think?
I think we get to go there, and we've been hearing all these great things about Stoneman. We know we're walking into a great team, but they're not larger than life as was being presented to us.
Right.
I think they're the same size as us, and I think we can make a game of it.
Okay.
The one last thing is it is Foxborough security forces up there, so it's just a regular protocol. You cannot bring bags in there. You can't bring backpacks, string bags, unless they are clear, or the bag is smaller than 3 by 7, I think it is. So leave your stuff in the car, or we'll have kids leave it on the bus if they need to, but don't try bringing those big bags in. Have a great time, behave. Let's have a great game.
Thanks. We had a great time at Gillette, and I'm really happy for the players, the cheerleaders, and the dance members that were able to do that, and I'm excited for the community. So go Bulldogs. Thank you.